Hello, welcome back to Crushing Sounds. My name is Chris, joined by yet another awesome finalist ahead of the Bristol Metal to the Masses on July 6th. I am joined today by Screaming Souls. How are you guys doing?
Hey, not bad, not bad, not
Yeah, we're
bad.
good.
Awesome. I just need to apologize for people watching right from the off. I've got all the external windows and doors open because it's bastard fucking hot. So if you hear any like trucks or stuff going in the background, that's why. Cool. I believe you guys had a rehearsal this morning, getting prepped for the big final, no doubt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
new set list to run down for it. So three new songs. So we've added a song, taken one away, and added a different cover. So that's going to be our little secret for the gig is what cover we're going to play.
Mm, all
So
new backing tracks for everything.
yeah.
That's been time consuming.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll bet. You can tell me when we're not recording what the cover is because I'm desperate to know now. But anyway, anyway, cool. So your first heat though seems like it was so long ago. It was like February 28th, I believe it was, something stupid like that. So it's like 5 months ago, I think. So I bet this feels like a long time coming to end in the final.
It I didn't really think about it because it feels like a new band since then.
Mm,
Um, Only with, it doesn't feel like that long ago to me.
it doesn't.
My perception of time is terrible.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't there.
Okay, so what's happened since that heat then? What's been going on?
Um, well, our bassist became the drummer, brought in another bassist.
We had a drummer leave, and good luck to them doing all the stuff they want to do. But trying to find a drummer with 18 days to go till, so we didn't make it through the first round, which we it was our first ever gig, so it was understandable. We were all ready for not going through the first round. We were happy with that. Then we got asked back, and we thought, okay, we'll pull ourselves up by our bootstraps. And the drummer had other commitments and just didn't feel that they could do it. And trying to find a drummer with 19 days to go or 18 days to go till the semis was pretty challenging. I contacted all three drummers that I know that could do it. None of them could. So I have a bassist who I'm in a band with outside of this one, and he lives very close to me and everything. That's Ryan here. And so I taught him all my bass parts, and I've moved on to drums, and it worked apparently because we went through the semis and into the final, which I was pretty shocked about.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, I could completely empathize with that because my band was searching for a drummer for fucking ages. We've recently found our drummer, so when we did our semi-final, we had to just use drum backing tracks because we weren't so lucky to have a drummer also play bass. Let's go back to the beginning. How did Screaming Souls come to be in the first place?
Um, well, a friend of mine messaged me saying, "Do you want to do some music stuff together?" Next, I know I was added to a WhatsApp group with three other people. Then my friend wasn't able to commit to the times that everyone else was available. So I just ended up in a WhatsApp group with Jacob and another bassist and drummer. And the original bassist was pretty much gone within two practices. Kept on saying he'd turn up, didn't turn up.
I mean, that was late last year
That
or
was
October time.
no, it started in August.
Oh, right, okay. See,
And yeah, by October we'd moved on to being a three-piece and just decided to make ourselves a little studio band, started writing, recording, and releasing everything.
I was scrolling through Facebook one day. Me and Dave were in a band called In My Vanity about 8 years ago,
8 years ago.
nearly 10 years ago. And I saw him in a photo and thought, all right, what's he doing then? And it said they were looking for a bassist, and I'd love to not play drums in a band for a bloody change. So yeah, it's like, yeah, I can turn up with a backpack and a bass. That'd be fine. Meet some new musicians, and I turned up and we started jamming, and that's how we sort of started an actual band. So it had never really been a solid foundation until you got the core four. And
Mm.
then obviously after our first gig, we'd had a load of rehearsals, got our first gig under our belt, and then we had another lineup change. But how Screaming Souls started was with you, Mandy, and Koosh. Mandy was the ex-drummer that we have now.
Yeah.
So really, it became a band when I joined, and we're still figuring stuff out. I mean, to clarify things, I'm not staying on drums. We're going to be swapping. I'm going back on bass, and he's going to take up drums.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Fair enough. You say that a lot of that happened sort of mid to end of last year. If I'm right, your first single is Zombies. Was that the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
because
will
that came out like October, so pretty quick off the mark. Did you sort of like gel songwriting wise pretty quickly?
I think 3 or 4 songs were out before I
Three or
joined
four
the band.
songs. Well, Jacob has this weird ability to sit down in front of a computer and just come up with riffs, lines, go through synths on Logic system, play about with them, make up little sounds.
True.
And then he just gives them to all of us. We arrange it, basically.
Jacob is the guy who's not here at the moment. Well, his name's not Jacob, it's Jakob. We've got to get in. Jakob's not here at the moment. He had to go to work, but he's the guitarist, and he's the main sort of. He's very excited to be doing music, and he's got this, like you just said, he's got this great ability to not take any. He doesn't down himself on anything. He hears every riff as a good riff, and every song idea is a good song idea. So he's got about 40 projects just waiting to be reorganized, and 40 songs ready to go, that he just wants us to sort of tinker with and turn into a screaming song. And that's
So one by one, we've been doing that since October last year.
But Zombies, that was the first single you put out.
Zombies was the first one.
I
didn't really have a hand in writing that one. That was done between Mandy and Jacob before they brought me into it.
So yeah.
Okay.
But then I recorded, produced, and sang on it. So
yeah, you put your work into it. But I think that's the song we're dropping for this show.
Right. Okay, yeah, cool. 'Cause obviously, you wouldn't have known when you entered Metal to the Masses that there would be some lineup shakeups coming down the road. But essentially, being you just got started basically. What made you go, let's not waste time, let's go straight for Metal to the Masses?
You guys didn't want to do it, and I just booked you for it.
I think my band was the same deal actually. I booked it on a sonnet, but you know.
We've done Metal to the Masses before in our old band.
Oh, we have together.
Yeah, we've done it together. And I'd imagine your thinking behind it is a good course of gigs.
Yeah, it's you're going to get at least one good.
There's people there. It's always a good show. It's always a good laugh.
It's always a good promoted. It's always well promoted because everybody likes to share it around social media. I mean, you wake up and every day somebody has tagged your band or Metal to the Masses, and so it's good publicity, especially for a new band. And I thought you're never really fully prepared for your first show, so at least let's just get it out of the way, and we did. It was okay.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember it being a really, really good show. I was surprised you guys didn't initially go through, to be fair. But yeah, so yeah. But obviously, well, it's been a pretty stiff competition this year, I must say. This final's pretty stacked. I missed your semi-final. It's the first Melt to the Masses I've missed since 2019, so I was gutted. But it looked like a really, really cool night. The pictures for it looked pretty crazy. What was the crowd like at that one?
Well, they were energetic by the end of the set.
Okay.
We were second band on, so weren't drunk enough quite.
Sure, you were getting them all pumped up, basically. It's an important role to play for sure. Anyway,
we got them going Ananas by the end of it.
Oh yeah.
Everyone loves a funny, silly cover, so we chucked that in there, and that's the only time I really noticed people perk up was with a bit of a funny cover. That works, I don't really see much of the crowd from behind the kit now.
Well, you should look over your cymbals a bit more. Get taller.
I'm all right.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Cool. So normally at this point, I would ask how you would describe your band's sound to a new listener. With you guys, that might be quite a hard question to answer because you've got 4 songs on Spotify at the moment, and it's quite a surprising wide spectrum of music already. There's some industrial influence in the beginning, in like Zombies, for example, but essentially, are you guys still figuring it out, or do you just have too many influences you want to get in there?
It's to an extent like at first it was just we were just writing some songs and seeing what worked. And then we've sort of came up with the idea like we've put them all under different album categories on Spotify, and I don't know if it actually comes up with them or not. But like for Rat's Nest, it's under the name Agrotech, which is essentially just anything really angry.
Right.
So if we write another one similar to that, it'll go under the same subcategory.
If we write another sort of synthy one, it will go under the synthy category along with sort of separate ways because it's got synths all the way through. If we write an industrial new metal one or just an industrial one, it will go under the same one as zombies. You know, so I'm not a big believer. Well, this is just me, and I haven't written anything for this band, but I'm a big believer in not putting yourself in a box and saying we are this, we have to write this genre. I like to see what people come up with when you bring four total strangers almost together. You know, it's fun to see what the guys come up with.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's like if you look back at like particularly like in the traditional era of heavy metal and classic rock and that kind of thing, bands just did whatever hell they wanted. It feels like since I don't know, maybe like the 90s onwards, bands like to stick in their genre. But you know, we need more people like Devin Townsend or you guys doing whatever the fuck you want.
I love Devin. Absolutely love Devin. Just
I mean, who doesn't? He's fucking incredible. So is the intention going forward to keep it varied, keep the audience guessing kind of thing?
I guess
In a
so.
way, yeah.
Well,
These
there's no plan going forward, but just
We've-
sort of hippieing it and being like whatever goes.
peek behind the curtain, these two that we've got kind of loaded and ready to go are again quite different from each other, aren't they? Like,
Loaded
yeah.
and ready. One we were
Are we
we're almost at the stage of uploading it. It may well coincide with the gig being released.
so it might even drop the day before, isn't it?
Possibly the day before, possibly the day after, possibly 2 days after.
So we're trying to release a new song around the gig, which is slightly heavier in the sense of slowy, sort of groovy and sludgy-ish. And the other one is a absolute scooter tech fest. So you just again,
I mean, brilliant. Lots to get excited for, definitely. Because I was going to ask when we can expect some new music, but you guys evidently just want to keep giving it. So very exciting. Very exciting. Cool. So this is a weirdly specific question. I don't know why I've written this one down, but I think the name Screaming Souls kind of went hand in hand with a debut title called Zombies, if you know what I'm getting at there. Was that intentional or was that a happy accident?
I didn't name the band, to be honest.
no, and we didn't name zombies either.
No.
Oh,
So-
fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't think the two are linked in any way. And plus, zombies is going to be dropped from our repertoire anyway, and so is the name Screaming Souls. So
Oh, wow. Okay. Fair enough. Am I allowed to prod what that might be?
yeah, the new. I mean, we might as well say it here. It's not like we're going to be using the name after this event. So what is it? A Terror?
A terror.
A Terror. It's something to do with Dave. So
Okay.
is it your
Fair
name or
enough.
something?
It's a partial.
It's a partial part of
It's
Dave's.
something I go under online. So
Ah, right, okay. It just
Okay.
sounded cool. It just sounded nicer than Screaming
did.
Souls. Yeah, I was never
I
keen on
think
the name.
it's one of those things where like this band has already undergone so many different lineup changes that
it's not the
what's
same band.
left needs to put our personal stamp on it now.
Yeah, it's no longer anything to do with what Screaming Souls started as, because I think only one member of it is left, and that is the main writer who isn't here.
Okay. Yeah, but that's cool that we're able to witness sort of the development phase of your project. That's really, really cool to get to experience. And yeah, Atera, nice name, not to be confused with Attila.
No,
Obviously.
hopefully not.
No, just don't do any music like that and we'll be absolutely fine.
I think we could.
I think we could.
No.
And not be able to sleep at night. Cool. So that being said, though, the music that is out there already, I do think is genuinely really, really good. I think Rat's Nest is my favorite. Love the pace of it. It's got like those early Slipknot vibes, which you know who doesn't love that?
Yeah.
That was what I was going for when I wrote it.
That's a Dave special, that one.
Oh, great.
That's my little baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, is that still in the set list?
Ooh,
definitely.
couldn't tell you that. Would
Oh,
we get
okay.
rid of something like that?
I think when Alex was pitching the band to me, going, "Oh, can you come and jump in on bass?" He sent me the songs, and I was going through it. And Rat's Nest was like, "Okay, if Rat's Nest, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
right.
in." Like, I'm in.
If it was just the others, you would have been on the fence. You heard Rat's Nest, you're like,
I was
yeah,
like, "Oh, actually, yeah."
that's fun.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Also, I really like the artwork that you guys do. I don't know if you know who's behind that because that seems to evolve a lot with the music as well. There's been a few different styles of artwork. So who does the artwork for you guys?
Um,
That would have been Mandy.
that would have been our old drummer, but we've recently sort of taken on the decision to redo all the artwork.
Oh, for crying out loud! I got you
Yeah.
guys on the channel like a year early. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah. Obviously, I think between me and Dave, we're doing some new artwork for these songs, for the original songs, and then everything else going forward, we're probably going to do the same way, sort of the similar method. Uh, yeah. So Mandy did all our old artwork, but she did it very much pen and paper, and yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay, yeah, cool. No worries. So I think you said your first show was Metal to the Masses, Heat One. Have you had any other shows in this window, or has it just been Metal to the Masses so far?
It's
Okay,
Just masses.
yeah,
okay,
just
okay, okay, cool. So other than potentially playing the best heavy metal festival in the country, um, what does the rest of 2024 have for you guys?
writing and releasing, isn't there?
Writing and releasing.
Maybe a
Like
couple
we
of
say, we've got
shows.
one that's going to be very soon, one that's really well close to following that,
Yeah, maybe a month later. I mean,
a month or more.
it's going to be a lot of work going under the new name, re-recording some stuff, sending it off to be mixed and produced by someone else rather than in-house because you kind of need another outside set of ears on it. Um, I mean, we can only do so much in my living room, if you can sort of tell. It's where we started doing some of our production stuff. Um, but yeah, it's going to be very much sort of in-house, not doing many gigs. We'll be getting Ryan up to speed on the drums. That's going to be your task, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's- and to be honest, we've heard Ryan jamming when you've gone out for a cigarette, and he's jammed the songs, and he's really good at them already. So he's well rehearsed.
Hopefully, by the time we get round to swapping over, it will be a smooth transition.
If we can go from one to the other without any hiccups, that'd be great. Yeah, that's what we're praying for. So basically, the rest of 24, it looks like in-house work and swapping us around.
I think we could probably fit in a few small shows here and there if
Yeah.
they crop up, but I don't think anything. I think it's mostly going to be like
We could do some small shows just to get the teething process out of the way of swapping us over because it's going to be Ryan hasn't actually played drums in about 10 years.
yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
But being a bassist, he's naturally pretty good at it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. So basically, people watch this space because big, awesome new project from you guys is coming in the works basically for the rest of the year, which is really, really cool. And I have been asking every band this question ahead of the final. Are there any bands that are playing there that you're eyeing up as your big competition?
I'm not seeing it as a competition, you know.
Not really. I'm not fussed if we go through. I just refuse to put on a bad show.
Yeah, that's us. Yeah.
I think, especially with this band's infancy, Metal to the Masses to us is more about the networking and the following than it is the actual competition itself.
And I mean, we've got our favorites to win. We like to sort of gossip and what's the word? Theorize. That's the one. Speculate on who's going to win. You know, we've all got our favorites, and I think we're lucky to have made it this far. We're, very lucky actually. So yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no worries. That's a good way to look at it for sure. I mean, because as I said, if someone who's done it before, yeah, you're right. The networking is kind of the real uh plus of doing Melts and Mass. Obviously, to play Bloodstock would be absolutely incredible. It's Bloodstock, it's amazing, but that networking is the real thing you can take away from it. Definitely, so that's a very good attitude to have about it. But that being said, for people watching, get the link down below if you want to check out links to Screaming Soulz whatever it ends up being. And of course, tickets to the final for Metal to the Masses on the 6th of July. Cool. So we're nearly there, but we like to end these interviews the same way every single time, with some random quick fire questions that have nothing to do with anything. You can think as long or short, as you want. You can fight it out if you wish. You do not have to come to a consensus. Cool. So first
I
question.
think we already know the answers to all of these.
Right, first question. Do you prefer catchy choruses or filthy breakdowns?
Breakdowns.
Yes.
Catchy choruses.
Nice, even split there. Cool. Next question. Clean vocals or harsh vocals?
Clean for me. Big old
Half and half. I'm
You're
just going to be a yes to every
I'm a
question.
metalcore kid, so I love both.
both. I'd say
It's like the bisexual of the metal.
I'd have to go harsh, I think.
Harsh.
so. Harsh, clean.
Nice. Favorite band / artist?
Iron Maiden, straight away for me.
I've never seen someone answer that question so quickly.
Honestly, when my parents had trouble getting me to sleep as a 2 or 3 year old, Number of the Beast was on under my cot. So yeah, that's how long my fandom of Maiden goes back. Thanks, Mum. What's your favorite band? Or yours?
Periphery.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I thought it would be Counterparts.
No, my favorite band at the moment to listen to is Counterparts, but I think my favorite band overall would be Periphery.
Oh, right.
I mean, they've been in my top 3 every year for the last like 8 years on my Spotify Wrapped.
Are you going to be really controversial?
Well, no, I'm going to say Bullet from Valentine because same reason.
that's
I listen to a lot of J metal, but
solid
I'm not going to
shout.
pick one of those as a favorite. I grew up with Bullet from Valentine.
So Bullet,
yeah.
Periphery, Maiden.
Yeah, Bullet. This just taken me on such a nostalgia trip in my head just then. I've not heard Bullet in ages, but I was raised on that stuff.
They came through the O2 less than a year ago, and they were really lovely people. They're really nice guys. I think one of them still lives in Bridgend.
Okay, fair enough. Cool. Next question. Film or TV show?
TV.
Games.
Well, funnily enough, next question was favorite video game.
Oh no.
Pass. Don't play. Never had a console.
Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater.
Good choice.
I got to think.
We could be here a while. You're a gamer.
Yeah, I've played too many.
One game. Sum it up.
One game. Death's Door.
Cool. I don't know that one.
Look it up.
I will.
It is the most challenging game that you will ever play. That the more you die, you will not want to put it down.
Good. I do like difficult games. I'm going through Elden Ring at the moment, obviously. So yeah, definitely need to try that one out as well. Cool. Summer or winter?
Winter.
Nice. Got some unanimous answer at last. Past or future?
Future.
Future.
Wait, are we on about music still?
Just generally.
Yeah, future. Past looks pretty grim.
Cool. Fair enough. Stage dive or wall of death?
Wall of Death.
Nice. And
we know what we want.
yeah, fair enough. And final question. Favorite Screaming Soulz song?
Rat's Nest. Straight away. Well, you two are umming and ahhing about the new one.
I have to say it's the new one.
You could say a new track. You could say new.
It's definitely the new stuff we're putting.
Well, it's only our 5th song, so
it's definitely the new stuff we're putting out.
Should we name drop it?
No.
No?
No.
No? It's ruining it for us.
I'm a tease.
Could have had an exclusive there. Cool. So we'll go with new stuff then. Basically, you can say new stuff if you want.
Future.
Okay, no worries. Cool. That's all I've got. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. It's been awesome.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for having us.
It's been good fun.
Nice. And reiterate for people watching, please get yourselves down to the final on July 6th, Melt to the Masses, to see which band gets through to the awesome Bloodstock Festival. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you all for watching. Go listen to some amazing heavy metal, and we'll see you in the next video.